This is the You, Me, and BTC podcast.
Cryptocurrency decrypted.
Welcome to episode 99. This week, we've got several little things to cover. First up, we'll chat about a new pro-peace haiku contest from antiwar.com and Bitcoin Not Bombs. The top three prizes total 1.7 Bitcoins, so you'll definitely want to check this out. Then after that, we'll discuss why Satoshi Nakamoto would be ineligible for a Nobel Prize. Last week we mentioned that he might receive a nomination, but we now know that the prize can't be awarded anonymously. We'll also chat about a new Bitcoin Escort Database, a Bitcoin training program for IRS agents, and tons more. Your hosts are Tim Baker, John Stuart, and myself, Daniel Brown. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. This is the You, Me, and BTC podcast. Once again, another week after many, many, many weeks. Actually, almost 100 weeks.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Was that 3 many's he used, or was that 2?
I think it was 3. I don't know. But,
Does it matter?
Yeah,
it does matter a little bit to me. I was asking a question, Daniel. Let John continue.
Anyway, you weren't supposed to say his name yet. That comes next.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I'm,
Daniel, edit that out.
I'm John Stuart, and I'm here with these unfortunate fellows.
Daniel Brown.
And Tim Baker.
Yeah, so we've got a few smaller items to hit on today. We're going to start off with a haiku contest from antiwar.com, and I guess it's being sponsored by Bitcoin Not Bombs, similarly to the Don't Expose Evil meme contest that we sponsored a while back. In light of recent events with Syria and Paris and all this stuff that's going on, they want to do another pro-peace contest. So it's a haiku contest. And I assume that when people talk about haiku contests, that means Twitter. So if you have any pro-peace haikus that you'd like to share, get on Twitter and use the hashtag antiwarhaiku. You could probably tag antiwar.com and Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny because at the very end of, I think it was last week, possibly the week before, but at the very end, just for no reason at all, I said, send us haikus, and then I cut my recording. And then like a few hours later, they tweeted and they're like, oh, hey, we're doing a haiku contest. I'm like, oh, cool, yeah. We actually need haikus. So
it wasn't for no reason at all, though. I think like haiku is like a thing on Twitter, which annoys me because, like, I don't know. It annoys me because I feel like haikus are not just like 575, but that's like the only thing that people. I mean, like, I guess technically that makes it a haiku, but it's like more than that.
Wait, what is it?
Well, haikus are supposed to like. They're supposed to have like some kind of like irony or something, or like a juxtaposition of like two things. There's like more like thematically and like in terms of content, there's supposed to be more to it. So it kind of annoys me, but that's just because I'm I don't know, tight, got my panties in a twist or whatever.
John just made this contest way more self-indulgent, not self-indulgent.
Yeah, so if you're going to I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now just to verify my information. If you're going to participate in this and you want my blessing and you don't want me to think you're an idiot, you need to make sure that the essence of your haiku is cutting, often represented by juxtaposition of two images or ideas, a kind of verbal punctuation mark which signals the moment of separation and colors the manner in which the juxtaposed elements are related. It also typically has like a seasonal reference.
Sounds like he's describing a beer.
What? Anyways. And apparently modern Japanese haiku are increasingly unlikely to follow the tradition of 17 syllables. So your 575 like doesn't even mean anything. The use of the juxtaposition still continues. So like honestly, the fact that people only do the 575 is like worse than if they just made a short poem that used the juxtaposition, because that's actually like seems to be the real essence of it.
John, we've been having haiku contests and haiku assignments for as long as I can remember in this country. That is one thing that we will not ever stop doing, but it has to be watered down to just this. Which also, I didn't get why the prizes were set up the way they are. I now understand that, the 575, but so I guess also, wait, did you tell people how much the prizes are?
No, not yet, but yeah, it is kind of funny.
I tried, like, when you're trying to figure out what you guys want to write, maybe listen to John, maybe not, whichever way you're writing poems. So
just go for second place.
But yeah. Okay, I was getting to it, Daniel. Yeah, just do your best and then do one after that and then do whichever one's worse.
Yeah, I honestly...
Because you're gunning for that 0.7 Bitcoin instead of this paltry 0.5 you get for actually winning the thing.
I just mostly can't believe that we talked about haiku for 5 minutes just now, but I guess we did.
Well, yeah, that's what anti-war does to us. They get us talking about all this stuff.
I'm trying to restrain myself. I could probably go for the rest of the episode.
Well, I do have one more thing to add, and that is that, first of all, Tim, I've never, as far as I can remember, I've never written a haiku in my life, so I don't really know what you're talking about. I don't believe that.
I'm going on your Twitter right now, and I guarantee you I'll find
on my Twitter? Why would I tweet a haiku?
Because you're trying to be a smart ass. Like, that's exactly the kind of thing that you would do. What are you talking about? That is exactly something
it could have happened. I don't know. But I will say, on Twitter, the place where I do see haikus is from, I don't even know who this is. Somehow I ended up following her, or maybe she, I don't even know. But she's has a ton of followers.
You followed someone home?
On Twitter, Tim.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Her name is Demi Newell, and she does this thing called Punku. Punku, and I found one example. Believe it or not, I was addicted to soap, but I am clean now. Anyway, so I see those in my feed now and then, but that's about it. Okay, honestly, I guess that's enough for haiku. We pretty much covered it. Oh, we might have Drew Phillips. He was on for the meme contest months ago, and we're going to try and get him back, so I don't know, in a few weeks, we'll probably have him on to chat about the contest, how it works and stuff. Shoot for second place and submit. Well, I guess I'll tell you to go to bitcoinnotbombs.com, and I'm sure it'll be plastered all over there, so you can get submission info there. You actually have to email it to him, and then you can tweet it and stuff if you want to, and whatever. So bitcoinnotbombs.com, and I'm sure you'll see it. Cool. All right, where were we going to go next? Yeah, like John said, a bunch of little stuff today, so we'll see how it goes. I guess we want to quickly mention a contest that LuckyBit is running. LuckyBit has sponsored us for quite a while. They've been great, been running some commercials on the show, and I've played there. It's a pretty awesome site, Bitcoin gambling site, of course, and you guys know I love gambling quite a bit. They have a contest running with a pretty awesome prize, actually. It's a Kialara physical Bitcoin and 0.75 Bitcoins to go with it. I mean, that's pretty cool. Everybody loves physical Bitcoins. They're kind of a collector's item, so that can have some value. But you also get the 0.75 Bitcoin for the grand prize winner. The contest here is for a video. You can make a video about LuckyBit, about a minute or two long. There's some more exact rules that I'll point you to in a minute. But yeah, make a video about the site, what you like about it, how it works, anything you want. They actually say the video should feature LuckyBit prominently throughout the video, but this is intentionally a wide net. So that's the thing is, you can make it however you want, make it about whatever you want, and yeah, so if you're interested in a pretty awesome prize, especially if you already like LuckyBit, but if you haven't yet, check it out and you will like it. Go submit a video for a pretty awesome prize. We will have the link in our show notes to the bitcointalk.org thread, and you can check it out there. So find the show notes at btc.com for episode 99. Find the link for the exact, description and the requirements and everything for the contest, or just go to luckybee.it So it spells out LuckyBit, luckybee.it, and they have a link to the contest right on their page there. And this goes till November the 25th. So you still have a few days, about a week, I guess. So make sure you get those in and try to win a frickin' awesome prize. So, okay, now what? Oh, we also have not really a correction, but a little bit of a follow-up on last week's show. We talked about Satoshi Nakamoto and how he might win a Nobel Prize. Somebody was considering nominating him, and I guess this was just me and Tim. We actually asked the question, like, how do you give a prize to someone that's anonymous? Like, has that ever happened before? And apparently it hasn't, and it can't. So that's the article here is from inverse.com. There's not much to say other than it's against the rules, I guess. There's a quote here from the Nobel Press Officer of the Royal Swedish Academy of Science, Hans Ruderskold. I don't know. But it says, quote, "The prize, as in this instance, the Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Science in memory of Alfred Nobel, is never awarded anonymously nor posthumously." Or posthumously. I don't really know how you say that. But it won't happen. So, sorry, Tim. You actually, I guess you win, Tim, because you were the one who kept saying this is stupid. So, I guess Tim wins for once.
It's kind of just like that. Yeah, for once. It's a pretty good default answer to have. No, but actually, as we all know, it's actually only just because there's this big cabal trying to work against Satoshi, and that's why they won't get any kind of...
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
At least that's what some of the posters over at that article will be thinking.
They started planning this. I don't even know when the Nobel Prize started, but that's when they started planning this. They're like, someday there's going to be some anonymous person who does something evil, and we're going to have to bash him to death. So we're going to start this big prize, and then get this, guys, we're not going to give it to him. It'll be great.
Yeah, exactly. It'll piss off all the white kids on the internet too.
So that's it for the Nobel Prize. Not a ton to say, but just wanted to let you know that kind of follow up from last week. Before we get into anything else, I also want to, again, did this last week, but I'll remind you guys, next week is episode 100, 3 digits. Holy crap, I didn't even know that could happen. Actually, that's pretty true. I never ever would have expected that to happen early on. But it's about to happen, as long as I don't die. Okay, guys, if I die between this week and next week, would you guys figure out a way to do episode 100?
No. Why would you ask that? I would do it just to spite you in death.
Come on, guys. Yeah. It's my legacy. This is all I have in life.
Yeah, I would be making a pretty powerful statement about the nature of the human condition. Which is what I've always wanted to do.
Would you at least write a haiku about me?
I haven't figured out a way to encapsulate the human condition in a haiku yet. I also haven't found one on your Twitter yet. I'm starting at the beginning. Right now I'm in December of 2014.
I'm relatively certain I've never done a haiku, unless the only thing I can think of is maybe I did a punku in response to that, whoever that was. I don't know.
I'm going to have to check your old personal Twitter account, too.
Yeah, this. I have no clue what could be on there. Oh, gosh.
Haiku.
Anyway, episode 100. We have 2 plans right now. First of all, we're going to go ad-free just because, it's not huge, but we're like, oh, it's Black Friday. How can we give people a deal? I guess we could go ad-free. That's kind of a deal. Sort of. So we'll do that just for fun. And for episode 100, why the heck not? Another plan is to have some fans on the show for however long you want, 5, 10, 15 minutes. We'll do some quick chats and try to put them together for a full episode. Hopefully we can work out scheduling and stuff. Scheduling has always been hard for interviews and stuff. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but we'll see what we can do. So the thing there is, let us know if you want to join us at all. Like I said, even a few minutes. Or we've done an episode ages ago where we just took recordings from some of the community. And if you want to send us a recording, some thoughts on anything at all in Bitcoin or about the show, well, yeah, sure, why not? So just get in touch with us, tweet me at me and BTC, and I don't know, include a haiku because apparently that's all people do on Twitter. I don't know. Also, just if you have any other ideas for episode 100, tweet me, email me, Daniel at meandbtc.com. Let us know, anything at all. If you want to join us, if you have an idea, do it. All right, so I'm assuming John is still searching because he's never going to find that haiku that I wrote because I never wrote it. So I'm going to turn things over to Tim to talk about bed. Tim, what the heck is bed?
Bed is a wonderful little site that we stumbled upon that still thinks it's okay to scroll over horizontally while you use it.
Oh my!
It has a listing of female
First of all, hang on,
companions.
Tim. That was a terrible description. Nobody's going to know what you meant by that. The thing is, it's wider than your screen, so you have to scroll horizontally to actually use the site. Whatever you said did not really make sense, Tim.
Okay, fine. I apologize, Daniel.
Don't apologize. Just admit that you suck at life.
Let me try again, okay? Okay. Bed, also known as the Bitcoin Escort Database, is a big escort database, as you could probably figure out. And it just has whores that will fuck you for Bitcoin instead of just using paper or credit card.
The real reason I gave this to Tim is because he's the only one of us that's used it before, so...
Silence. One day. Maybe you should find some hosts who will... What's the word I'm looking for? Pander to your jokes.
Me? I wasn't joking. I was serious.
Silence again.
God, what else? I was being serious. You're not supposed to laugh. So what? Yeah, tell us more, Tim. What the heck is it?
I mean, what do you mean more? Well, okay, more. What it looks like more specifically is it breaks it down by the section of the world you're in, from like North America, Asia, Oceania, Europe, I guess the sections they have. And then North America, it's Canada and United States, and that's it. So then you go, if you live in India, you can do that and find whatever India has of states. But in the United States here, we have states. So then you can just go through listings by states of where the girls are. It then just tells you who accepts Bitcoin. In bigger states or more popular states, it has it broken down by cities as well. But yeah, like I said before, most of the links go back to like a Backpage ad. And we've talked about Backpage on here before, just how a lot of people use Bitcoin. Yeah,
that's really the main reason I thought this might be worth covering, is because we joked about Backpage a while ago when I think the credit cards shut Backpage down or something, so they went to Bitcoin. But
honestly,
I need to stop clicking on these things. Don't even go to these things and click on them.
Honestly,
because there's like a good 50-50 chance you might just dislike what you see. Like,
I thought you were going to say discharge your bowels. What? That might also be true.
Yeah,
honestly, if you click on a link or buy an escort from a website that scrolls sideways, you deserve to get an STD or puke on your computer, whichever happens first.
I think Tim was taking this way too seriously. He was trying to explain how it actually works and stuff. Honestly, I just think it's kind of funny that somebody actually tried to make it. It's really terribly designed.
What do you mean?
Also, Tim,
these things make money, Daniel.
You said it's like a way for people to advertise, or for like escorts to advertise. I don't think the escorts are actually posting this. I think whoever's running this site is posting it himself.
It's a database.
And then he's trying to monetize his referral links for exchanges. That's the whole reason that this site exists, is because he has links to like local Bitcoins or Bitquick with referral links on like each country. Like he has a list of exchanges that you can use in that country, and they're his referral links. Honestly, I think that's the only reason that this exists.
I was wondering what this had to do with Bitcoin besides that.
I don't know. I could be wrong, though. It's actually really specific, like statistics, 42DD, 36C, eye color, hair color. Actually, that is actually pretty specific.
I mean, some of the other ones just say curvy.
Curvy.
That's all it says, or it says like slim.
Well, I guess there are some ads here, too, that I didn't even see.
Slim.
There's like banner ads, too, that I guess he can monetize.
He has him listed as the wrong height.
What are you talking about, Tim? Can you like judge their height by their picture?
No, like I clicked on her actual page, and the one he says it's 4'1", and she says she's 4'10".
4'1". What? It's probably just a typo, Tim. Oh, here's one that's 43 years old.
What? Why does that help?
51. Anyway, yeah. So look up bed. Look up the Bitcoin Escort Database. If you just have all this extra Bitcoin and you don't know what to do with it.
This doesn't look like a good place to use
and
this,
make
Daniel.
sure you scroll horizontally and click on all the referral links and the ads and...
Oh, I just went... Oh! What is it? It took me like another like her own personal website.
Yeah, I got a couple of those.
Looked like a beached whale that was writhing around on a bed with pierced nipples.
All right.
She's like, I'm stuck on my back. I can't get up.
You fat shamer, you.
Join the club. Join the club. Join the Bitcoin Talk Club.
Interested in Bitcoins or altcoins? Love chatting? We are the place for you. Bitcoin Talk Club is a new forum sensation coming to a computer near you. Whether you're a professional coin developer or someone that wants to know more, our doors are open for you. We are looking for people to join and help build this forum into a one-stop knowledge base for everyone's needs. We're looking for you at Bitcoin Talk Club.
Join the club. Join the club. Join the Bitcoin Talk Club.
All right, so I guess I'm starting off again after the lovely commercial break that you probably just heard. So I guess to start off with, I can plug real quick that there is a new Bitcoin in the Arts that is out. You may have realized, or you probably have not realized, that it was a week late because, like, I totally forgot that it was even a thing that I did until...
I actually did remember, like, a few days before, but not on the actual Saturday. I'm like, huh.
You also
All
didn't
right.
remember to tell me the few days before.
I know.
But, yeah, no biggie, I guess. It's once a month. If it's a week late, I don't know that it's a huge deal. Sue me, kill me. Don't listen to me, whatever, if you disagree and you think it is a big deal. I can't really do much about that now. It's too late.
Yeah, what was it about?
Oh, I found this article, which was fairly old, but talking about how maybe there's like no such thing as Bitcoin in the arts. No, that's not really true because, I mean, there definitely is. But,
yeah, it's just like a certain crowd.
Yeah, I guess in the more traditional art scene, it's kind of a joke or like something that they don't think about at all, like not even on the radar. But yeah, so I just talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, there were a few, I think, tweets, maybe comments or something where people were saying like, actually, I buy Bitcoin or I buy art with Bitcoin all the time. And I think that's obviously true. I mean, it really is just a certain crowd that just, I don't even know why. They just think it's weird or they don't understand it. But the truth is, there's like 5 or 6 like Bitcoin art sites that we've talked about or come across, a couple Bitcoin or like crypto art Twitter people that I follow. It's a little strange, but there really does seem to be a strong connection there, which I guess is why the show started. But
yeah, I mean, actually, I don't think it's that strange. I mean, one of the things that they said in the article that I think I quoted in the episode was something like, it doesn't matter how forward-thinking the actual art is, the market is conservative. And I think that's more the takeaway. I mean, to me, it makes perfect sense that artists would be into Bitcoin. I mean, I just like think about how quickly in music, like people got onto crowdfunding and like doing indie production and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think the same is true of like other kinds of art. It's just the certain venue that was being discussed.
I actually am in the process of trying to commission something from Crypto Graffiti, and he also said he might be interested in an interview, John, which I don't remember if I told you that. But anyway, so maybe that could be a future Bitcoin in the arts. But I really want to get something fancy and something really big and show off. I really just want to spend $10,000 on it just so I can show off and be like, oh, I spent 10. No, I wouldn't spend that much.
$10,000 on a piece of art, yeah.
Well, yeah,
that's when you know you made it.
Yeah. No, his old work, which I think we briefly mentioned on the show, and in fact I know we did, it was actually cut up credit cards, and he made a picture of Dorian Nakamoto out of cut up credit cards, which is actually really creative. It's
I love that piece, and I think it's actually still on auction right now.
Yeah, so I don't know if I want cut up credit cards. We're thinking maybe a combo between cut up credit cards and painting. I don't know. We're still working on it. And maybe he really will ask $10,000, and then I'll be like, oh, actually, never mind.
Speaking of asking for money.
Oh, yeah. Good transition.
Yeah, I had another transition, but I just came up with that on the spot, like that. It was perfect.
You're so witty.
I'm so good at this thing. We've been doing it for 99 episodes.
99 episodes. You got to be good at it by then.
Yeah. Listen to our podcast. Give us money. But give me money before you give Daniel and Tim money. Yeah, so my thing about getting money is some of you may know that I write songs and I do I do all the recording for all the songs that I write. I do a recording a lot. But yeah, so my audio interface that I use for recording is pretty old and pretty trash sometimes. Actually, I don't know. It's served me well, but it's old, and also the drivers are pretty out of date. So I've been having some issues with it recently, with software updates on computers and everything. And I've been thinking about buying another one for a long time, and I could definitely use money to buy another one. So I was thinking of doing some sort of promotion for it. And what I'm gonna say is, anyone listening to this show, or anyone who, I don't know, I guess if you're not listening to this show, you won't hear what I'm saying right now, so it doesn't matter. You can pay me like $50 and I'll write you a song about anything you want and like record it and send it to you, and you can have it for free and do whatever you want with it afterwards. But yeah, a song, probably like between 2 and 4 minutes. There's not going to be any like epics
12-hour songs.
Unless it's like something really repetitive. But yeah, $50, an original song of anything that you want me to write on. And how should I do that? I guess maybe you should like DM me on Twitter. I don't know what the best way to contact me is. I should probably know what the best way to contact me is.
Well, yeah, definitely tweet him if you want to, but you know, if you can't find his Twitter, it's JJ_Stuart. But if you can't find it for any reason, you can always leave a comment on the website, or email me, daniel@umeandbtc.com. Anything you can find. Wherever you're listening, I'm sure you can leave a comment, and then we'll put you in touch.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'm sure it's like, I don't think, we've talked about how privacy is overrated. It's probably not that hard to find me if you want to. I should be careful about saying that, but yeah, $50, a song for you.
Would highly recommend John's music. I say this every show, but all of our, in the credits, not like as part of the show, but all of our music, everything that you hear in the show ever, except for once, is from John Stuart. We did have one show where Jeffrey Tucker, classic, flamboyant guy that he is, he talked about Disney and Frozen. So we played Let It Go in the episode. But other than that once.
Now that I think about that, like, we could get sued for that probably.
Well, it's on YouTube, and it got claimed on YouTube, which means Like they know it's their music, but they get the revenue instead of us, I think is how that works.
Yeah, but if you played it on a podcast, it's not linking to that.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, it's illegal. I hope if you've listened to 99 episodes of the show, you know that we don't really care. So
Yeah.
anyway,
That was way too long of a plug for me.
the point was all of our music pretty much has been from John. It's all been amazing. I've used his music in a couple video games that I've made, and it works great. I've paid him for several different things, and it's absolutely worth it. And obviously, if he gets a new interface, that'll be great so he can make more better stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I guess we also didn't quite say, check out Bitcoin in the Arts. It was last Saturday. Just look it up, yumiandbtc.com. You'll find it. I guess then our next step is our first kind of more legit story for today's show. We said at the beginning, lots of little things, but we are going to squeeze in one slightly more normal story. And this is from CoinDesk by Stan Higgins. The headline, it's actually a pretty, I don't know, just this headline is, hopefully it pisses off a lot of people. FinCEN developed Bitcoin training for IRS tax examiners. Now, I already know Tim doesn't even know what that means because he doesn't know what FinCEN is. So
FinCEN is actually U.S. Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Daniel, thank you very much. I can read.
Actually, you looked that up 5 minutes ago, didn't you?
No, I looked at it like as I said it.
Okay. All right.
He was actually sight reading.
Okay. That's okay. Then.
Like right from the screen, I just said it.
He didn't have to rehearse.
It's like, okay,
yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna get it.
you last...
U.S. Financial... Damn it, I mean, U.S. Financial...
Last time we talked about FinCEN, we got hate mail, so you better know what it is, Tim. At the very least, you better be able to... Oh, Tim, do you know what the IRS is?
Yeah.
The International Real Estate...
Suckers.
Yes.
No, but I will say I honestly didn't recognize FinCEN as something that I should have recognized.
Yeah, well, that's Tim for you.
That's Tim.
Did I even finish the headline? I think I read the whole thing, but
no,
if
probably
not,
not, because you probably broke it up halfway through to try to drag me into something to make me look stupid.
yeah, that's how I roll, Tim. FinCEN developed Bitcoin training for IRS tax examiners. That's right, the IRS is now spending your money on teaching people how to take your money, even if it's in Bitcoin. Isn't that awesome, guys? I mean, it's like this whole happy circle of money. Like they take your money so that they can take more of your money and spend it on different kinds of money and learn how to take other money. I mean, it's awesome. Like, how cool is that?
I wish I'd thought of it.
Actually, that's actually not a bad call. I mean, it is. I'm sure it's a pretty lucrative effort. During a speech given today, which I guess was November 16th, 2015, which also happens to be the day that we're recording. It's a Monday if you care. This will go out on Thursday the 19th if you care. During a speech given today, the ABA/ABA Money Laundering Enforcement Conference, I don't know why it's ABA/ABA, but the conference in Washington, D.C., FinCEN Director Jennifer Shasky-Calvary said that the agency, one of several in the U.S. with jurisdiction over elements of the Bitcoin ecosystem, recently collaborated with the IRS to educate its examiners on relevant aspects of the technology. She remarked, quote, IRS has an extensive training program for its examiners, and FinCEN often participates in or otherwise contributes to these training programs. In the virtual currency space, FinCEN worked recently with IRS. I don't know why she says with IRS instead of with the IRS. I guess they're too good to call it the IRS like us common folk. FinCEN recently worked with IRS to design and implement a training program for IRS examiners. Wow. All right. Well, apparently there's a whole program for taking Bitcoin.
Well, you gotta set it up. You gotta get money in there, Daniel. Gotta get it going.
Yeah, like what kind of things do you think they're going to be like teaching them? Like, is it like blockchain analysis, or are they like teaching them the laws? Like, if they buy cryptocurrency and then sell it, they have to pay this much taxes.
I think it'd be the teaching them the laws, and how to track it and see when people are doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, I bet there's like a whole chapter in the Bitcoin IRS textbook about like red flags to look for. Like if they happen to be depositing a bunch of money into Coinbase, they must be using Bitcoin, so we should audit them. Or it's like, if their browser history is visiting bed, ooh, that's a Bitcoin thing. We should probably make sure we tax their escort purchases.
And have them screen for STDs.
I mean, I guess this should have been expected, right? I mean, it was going to happen. Did we ever think that this wouldn't happen? I mean, I don't know if we ever specifically said it, but I'm pretty sure if anyone ever would have asked us, we would have been like, I mean, yeah, I guess eventually they're gonna try. Of course they are. Now I guess the question is, will it be effective? We've always known that they would try. Of course they will. Why wouldn't they? But do you think that this will be effective? I guess that's something that we always allude to it, but I don't know if we've ever really gone through it. Like, is tax evasion really easier with Bitcoin? Do you think it's possible to be successful in evading taxes with Bitcoin? Or do you think people will do that? Do you think they specifically won't do that? I don't know. What do you think?
I think if you can get paid in Bitcoin, it's probably a lot easier. If you're buying it all the time.
That's true. Yeah, honestly, even without Bitcoin, if you can get paid privately, whether it's with even privately with like a check, like even privately with a bank transfer or with PayPal, I mean, yeah, you can pretty much get away with not paying taxes on that. That's my guess. I'm not an attorney. Don't come to me if you end up in prison because your employer pays you with PayPal. But that would be my guess, is that anything that's not like an official, that's not like a corporation paying you as an employee, anything that's not that, you can probably do it under the table and pretty much get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, my fiance worked at this cafe and like got paid under the table, and like nobody who worked there paid taxes, and I'm pretty sure the owner didn't pay taxes either. It was kind of shady, but
well, I mean,
I guess it worked out.
Honestly, I think it's a lot easier than people think. I mean, if as long as you're not filthy rich, if you're just the average dude, they're not going to waste their time on you. I mean, I shouldn't. Don't quote me on that. Don't take that as legal advice, because it's not. I know it's not going to be my fault if they do come after you. But
quote Daniel, it's not as hard as you think. Just
don't
do
pay
it.
taxes.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Yeah. I mean, but I guess it must not be 100% though either. I mean, I'm sure there are average people who they're probably not even trying to evade taxes. They probably just like fill out the form wrong, and they probably do face a ton of crap for just a little typo or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like there's those stories about people who, like, a 13-year-old gets fined like $40,000 for pirating music, like things like that. But yeah, I don't think that's very common.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it is happening with Bitcoin. I pretty much agree with you, John. If you're really trying to avoid it, either there's two options. Either you know what you're doing and you successfully evade taxes, or you don't know what you're doing but you just get away with it anyway, pretty likely. Or I guess the third option is you get caught and you get screwed. That's always a possibility, but I would say for most people it's going to be they know what they're doing, or they just nobody cares anyway. Are you tired of Bitcoin dice and ready for something different? Try LuckyBit, the original falling coin game, at luckybee.it. It's the most exciting Bitcoin game on the web. You can bet on 5 different payout lines and win up to 999 times your bet. You can even use their faucet to get some free Bitcoin. Dice is boring. Play different at LuckyBit. Check it out at luckybee.it. All right, guys, this could be interesting. Advice of the day. So we can't give legal advice, but we can still give advice of the day, which is better. I mean, I guess for me, advice of the day is learn how to get paid under the table, learn how to use Bitcoin, learn how to hide Bitcoin, And don't pay taxes because I don't think you should.
Look up agorism. But Daniel said that's just his, so I guess I need a different one.
That was not my advice. What is this? Like, you can't. Are you saying like my advice isn't good? Is my advice so bad that you can't even give some that's similar? Is that what you're saying? That's
no,
insulting.
I just summed up the advice you gave in one word, and it was a lot shorter, simpler, and more to the point.
Oh, cool.
So,
my advice deserves a little bit of extra effort of summary. I like that. I mean,
more like
good advice.
You take it, you cut it down, you slice like the fat off the meat, the useless shit just comes in with it.
That's pretty true. That's pretty much spot on. All right then. What is it, Tim?
You're really, really upset about that. I don't know why I thought that was so
It'd be
funny.
better if I thought of an advice to give and I could give it in a haiku.
Yeah, that's my advice. Learn what a haiku is before you use it.
Peruse before you use.
Was that? Are you referencing the escorts there?
That's Tim's advice of the day or
that
the
was
week.
a good joke.
That was Tim's advice for the escorts. My advice is never end the episode on a bad piece of advice, so I'm gonna try to keep my own advice.
I'm cutting it right there, so that better be good advice. Thanks for listening to episode 99. All of the music in today's show was from John Stuart. Remember to check out this week's show notes at youmeandbtc.com and leave us a comment. We'll see you next Thursday.